Hey, yo, it's your girl Corey.
It's your boy Chemist, and we are the cast of 444.
Okay, and today's episode is going to be titled Letting Go of Fear. We did the manifestation. A lot of people, they want to manifest, but they still have this fear based energy to where they don't feel good enough to receive certain things or they feel like it's not going to happen. So, we wanted to touch briefly on fear to give y'all some tips on how to release it so y'all can get y'all manifestation and get things going.
Definitely.
So, a few things I wanted to touch on. There's a thing called the ego. Most of us are familiar with it, but none of us want to touch on our own. A lot of people say like men can't do this because of their ego. You go to a tarot card reader, like me myself, I can't read my cards, and it's not that I can't read them. I can't read them because my ego gets in the way. So you may be asking yourself, okay, I know what an ego is, but what is it? An ego is basically it's the you that you let the environment shape you into. So it's the you to where your brother, sister, cousin, the environment that you're in, um, things on social media have shaped you to believe it's an attachment that you have that you feel like this is how I have to be.
Yeah.
So, like a lot of people, they feel like, especially right now, and I'm a hit on the love topic because that's something I can relate to. You go on social media and you're 23 and you see all these people, in these relationships, but you're trying to finish school. And now you feel pressure to go out and get married and start a family instead of finish school. That's because that's the ego or whatever telling you that that's what you're supposed to do instead of you being true to yourself.
Hmm.
Other things is like when you want to manifest something. Say, for instance, you've been working this job and you want to manifest going up as supervisor. You know, you could be hearing people say you may be 20 years old, and most of the people in these supervisor positions are 30, 40 years old. So you're like, I'm not old enough to go. I might have all the skills to be the supervisor, but
Hmm.
that's when the ego starts kicking in and it's telling you, oh, you're too young to do that. You got to wait some time. They're not going to want you because you're too young. So it's basically, it's kind of, I'm not going to say the conscious mind, but it's basically the attached mind that has you feeling that you have to be a certain way. You have to do things a certain way just because of the environment. I don't know if y'all have heard, a lot of people, they'll tell you if you want to, advance to a higher level, remove yourself out the environment that you're in because the environment has a hard impact on your character. And then you go around other people, or they'll say if you want to be a millionaire, go around millionaires, or the company you keep, if you're around people that like to fight and stuff all the time, then that's going to shape you into this way. But if you go around positive friends that are actually doing something with their life, and you'll become one of those people, and that's just your ego being fed. So I wanted to touch briefly on that, and then I want to tell y'all some ways to actually release some of these attachments.
Yeah.
Before I go into that, did you have anything you wanted to hit on that?
Now, that's good, man. Since we're just talking about fear or whatnot, I think what we need to understand is that fear begins and it originates within the mind. And so what usually happens is we usually create scenarios within here, within our imagination before we actually live it down here. And so,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We create a million and one different things happening in our mind. And then all of a sudden we got this energy because we created this whole reality. We created this whole world of something that has not yet happened, and we let
yeah,
that affect us right here at this time. And so you were talking about letting go, sister, and this is something that I can speak on through my spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? Even within my birth chart, I'm known as a rebel. I'm known to reform things, and how I approach things, I don't like to be controlled by anything. And so growing up, to me, it's all about finding my own authenticity, my own originality, my own individuality. And that's not based on what other people are telling me. So usually a lot of people, they operate based on the opinion of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, have a certain job because, you know what I'm saying, someone told you that, you know what I'm saying, being a doctor, you know what I'm saying, it's a successful look. And now you're operating in that field based on somebody else's stereotypical opinion, but you're miserable. You know what I'm saying? You let ego dictate and control that, and you really don't know who you are. So what is your own originality? What is your own authenticity? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, even when it comes to relationships, I'm talking about her. A lot of people can't move on to that next level or that next stage because they keep holding on. They keep creating scenarios in their mind. What if I'm not good enough? What if this relationship is my last relationship, or this relationship is just going to be like the next relationship, or our relationship's the same? And you done created 1,000,001 different things in your mind, and so you carry that energy and you allow these things to affect your reality. And so what we have to do, and like I said, that's why we have this platform. So I'm glad you brought this up. This is a beautiful subject. What we have to do is we have to get control of this right here.
Yeah.
The thoughts that go on in your mind, they're not your reality. You're right here. You live in the present. Right here, right now, you have to realize that you have all the power in the world. You're designed in such a way where any obstacle, anything that comes to you, any mountain, any tribulation, you can overcome that. I'm saying anytime fear presents itself, and this is something I like to say, anytime fear presents itself, faith should answer the door. So when fear knocks on the door, faith should open the door. Like literally.
Yeah.
And so anytime fear comes, we applied fear, because if fear had not came, then our faith wouldn't have been able to rise to the surface. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about your mindset. You got to look at things, you have to perceive things a certain way, and then you have to be able to capitalize on it.
Yeah. And speaking on that, in fear and things, we study hermetics, and what they say in hermetics is you act in the hour of now. When you put stuff off, that builds procrastination. Procrastination becomes depression, and it's
You taught
because
me
it's
that.
stagnant.
You taught me
So
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
you
go
gave me
study
that.
that hermetics, boy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's real no. But stagnant energy causes depression. Depression with stagnant energy, that's basically procrastination. A lot of people, as if myself, I'm a huge procrastinator. But I can tell you, I didn't went through where I didn't do nothing. And it's this energy that wants to move. Energy doesn't like to stay put.
Yeah.
And that's why you hear a lot of people, they'll tell you if you're depressed to exercise. That's because your body's in motion. You don't necessarily have to exercise, but you'll notice, like, if you're one of the people like myself that's a homebody and you stay at home all the time, and your friends been asking you to go out, and you keep saying no, and then you finally go out and you're like, man, like, I should have been doing this. You have all this fun, is because you're able now to finally release that energy. And that's the same thing with fear. Fear comes from feeling like you haven't reached a certain point.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they want to start, for instance, they want to start their own business, but they don't start it. Why are they not starting it? Because in their head, here come that ego.
Yep.
Everything they've been fed. I can't start my own business right now. I'm 52. I can't start my own business.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can't start my own business because I'm not going to get any customers. I'm not going to start my own business because people don't like the way I look, or, like, even for me, like, I don't know, those of you that know me, I act, and I let a lot of stuff go because I'm a little, thick in the thighs, but I would usually be like the bigger girl, and I'm over here with these size too. So then my ego started coming in. And even though I know I can out-act a few people, I started letting it get to my head, like, man, they ain't gonna pick me. They want the skinny girl, and that's the ego. But once you start releasing this, I didn't have league roles, and I'm just like, oh, they actually did want me,
Yeah.
Once you stop feeding the ego, then that's releasing fear. You don't know, we create all these scenarios in our head. Just like you manifest things,
Yeah.
creating stuff out of fear. Fear is literally the strongest emotion you can have. It is the strongest one. That's why it manifests so easily. So if you don't sit up here and constantly think that you're not good enough, and stay away from people that put these negative thoughts in your head, stay away from going on Facebook and feeling like you have to be at a certain level at a certain time.
You
Samuel
don't
L.
gotta
Jackson,
compete with nobody. You know what I'm saying? You in your
yeah,
own zone.
Samuel L. Jackson started acting like in his late 40s, and he's one of the most successful actors. If he would have let his ego get to him, he was not only did he started in his 40s, he was a crackhead and all other types of things. And look at where he is now. He
Damn.
didn't feed that ego. You know, it's easier for some people, you know, to go against the grain, and some people they're not. It's where do you want to be? You rather feed your ego, or would you rather feed yourself? Your true self knows what it is. That's why you feel this depression, because your true self is trying to get out. The true self is trying to go and start that business. Your true self is telling you this ain't where I'm not happy with this job. This is not what we signed up for. You know, and if you're stuck trying to figure out what you want to do, you know, you can go to a tarot card reader, but go get your birth chart done. I keep telling y'all that birth chart is something real, because it tells you everything you need to know about yourself.
Definitely.
You know, but I just wanted to hit on that real quick and let the people know, because a lot of people are like, okay, I see this manifestation, but I can't get out of my head. I still don't feel like I'm good enough to do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Why? Who told you? How are you gonna know you're not good enough to do something unless you put in the effort to do it? And even if you're told no, that don't mean to stop.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you. You gotta stop BSing yourself. You gotta get out your own way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wake up, look in the mirror, and realize who the hell you is. You gotta wake up, you know what I'm saying? Look in the mirror, realize that you bad, realize that you designed in such a way. Even your scriptures say that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, Lord, that my soul knoweth right well. You know what I'm saying? That's how you design. You are created with everything on the inside of you. You ain't got to look to the outside. You ain't got to look for no source, man. Once you realize who you are, everything magnetized towards you. That fear, you know what I'm saying? That's all in your mind. You even created that. You know what I'm saying? You creating your own downfalls. Go ahead and create your own victories, man. Go ahead and walk in there. My kings, my queens out there, gods and goddesses, walk in y'all power. You know what I'm saying? This is the life that we incarnated in. We didn't incarnate, man, to be sleepwalkers. We incarnate to daydream. We incarnated, man, to go out there and fulfill those things, man. That's all it is. You dreaming, that's just a daydream. That's all in your head. You got to get out there. You got to manifest it. So go do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to excuse me, sister.
Nah. So at the end of the day is, do you want to continue to help someone else's dream, or do you want to start your own dream? Procrastination kills all dreams. Procrastination starts fear. Procrastination causes depression. So the key to this whole thing is stop procrastinating.
Yeah. And realize
Do
who
it
the
in
hell
the
you
moment.
is.
Just like even when people, when they start diets, the first thing they say, I'm gonna start next week. And when next week come, they don't start.
Yeah.
The reason why, you didn't give your mind time enough to come up with an excuse.
Hmm.
And when you do that, when you get to next week, oh, I can't do this because I didn't go grocery shopping. Or I can't do a diet because it's too expensive. There's so many diets. You can do a low calorie diet. You can do the keto diet. All you gotta do is remove the bread, the mashed potatoes, and get greens, and you can eat all meat. It's not that hard. It's whenever you procrastinate, you give your mind time to make an excuse or throw some fear. So basically, the whole point of this podcast or this video is to tell y'all to remove fear. You need to remove the procrastination. Acting now. When you act in the moment, your mind doesn't have time to make an excuse. And that's a Hermetic principle if you want to look that up. And that's all I got to say on that today.
Definitely, man. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, this is the Cast of 444. Sister, what you say? Tell your uncle. Go ahead, break it down, man.
Tell your mama, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your cousin, tell your baby daddy, tell the dude that just tried to holler at you at the store, tell your enemy if you want. Tell everybody that you can. We appreciate all of y'all for
Definitely.
liking, sharing the video, hitting the like button. All I gotta do is hit the like. I know a lot of y'all were saying that y'all can't hit the like button because y'all ain't signed into YouTube. You know, you could create an email and password, but if that's too much, if you could share the video, we appreciate that. We really just appreciate y'all liking and sharing. It means a lot. Continue. We trying to grow. Thank you. It's very appreciated. Namaste.
Definitely. Much love, gratitude, and appreciation. Tune in for the next time.
All right, we out.